Hello, universe. Welcome to my world. Angelina Jordan, mostly known as a jazz singer, and one of her main influences has been Billie Holiday. But also, Whitney Houston appears in her repertoire quite frequently, and she's done a few spectacular performances of Whitney Houston's I Have Nothing, first age 13, but also in the studio at age 16. And today we're looking at another Whitney Houston cover that Angelina did recently. And this is Whitney's song, Where Do Broken Hearts Go? To introduce this song, we're going to meet Glenys Grace. She's a Dutch singer. She appeared in America's Got Talent. And she's covered many of Whitney Houston's songs. And her version is definitely rhythm and blues and very true to the original. And hers, like every other version we hear, will end abruptly to match the final version we will be hearing from Angelina.
I know it's been some time, but there's something on my mind. You see, I haven't been the same since that cold November day. We said we needed space, but all we found was an empty place. And the only things I learned is that I need you desperately. So here I am, and can you please tell me, oh, where do broken hearts go? Can they find their way home? Back to the open arms of a love that's waiting there.
Next, we're going to hear three unusual versions. First, we're going to hear ska and then reggae, because ska evolved to become reggae, with a completely different beat to it, completely different feel. And then even more extreme, we're going to hear a punk version by Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. And they have a very creative video illustrating the lyric.
I know it's been some time, but you're still on my mind. I haven't been the same since that cold December day. You said we needed space. All I found was an empty place. The only things I've learned is that I need you desperately. So here I am. Won't you please tell me, where do broken hearts go? Won't they find their way home? Back to the open arms of a love that's waiting there. If somebody loves you, won't they always love you? I look in your eyes. I know it's been some time. There's something on my mind. You see, I haven't been the same since that cold November day. We said we needed space. Only found was an empty place. And the only things I learned is that I need you desperately. So here I am, and can you please tell me, oh, where do broken hearts go? Can they find their way home? Back to the open arms
haven't been the same since a cold November day. We said we needed space, but all I found was an empty place. The only things I learned is that I need you desperately. So here I am, and can you please tell me, where do broken hearts go? Can they find their way home? Back to the open arms of a love that's waiting there. If somebody hurts you, won't they always love you? I look in your eyes.
Next, we're going to the Philippines and we're meeting Eric Santos. I really rate his version, and the reason is very simple. The way he sings the song really, really matches the lyrics. This is a song about heartbreak, and when he's singing, it sounds like he's about to cry.
I know it's been some time, but there's something on my mind. You see, I haven't been the same since that cold November day. We said we needed space, but all we found was an empty place. And the only thing I learned is that I need you desperately. So here I am, and can you please tell me, where do broken hearts go? Can they find their way home? Back to the open arms of a love that's waiting there. And if somebody loves you, won't they always love you? I look in your eyes.
Next, we're going to Boston and we're meeting Amir. They're a R&B group, and I've only just discovered them, and quite strikingly, they are one of the most popular R&B groups on YouTube, and they do a really, really fine version.
I know it's been some time, but there's something on my mind. You see, I haven't been the same since that cold November day. We said we needed space, but all we found was an empty place. And the only thing I learned is that I need you desperately. So here I am. Can you please tell me, oh, where do broken hearts go? Can they find their way home? Back to the open arms, love that's waiting there. And if somebody loves you, won't they always love? Hey, Whitney, look in your eyes.
And before we hear Whitney's version and Angelina's version, let's have a bit of a diversion and let's have a bit of an overview. It's quite striking, but most songs over the last 50, 100 years are about love, something we don't really think about much. And there are two types of love. There is the joy of love, and then there is the pain of love. And most songs fall into these two categories. Why should that be? And the reason for this is very simple. Love can be the most wonderful experience, or the loss of love can be one of the most terrible experiences. And it also defines your life. If you get love right, you can be happy your whole life. If you get love wrong, you could be miserable. And so, as an example of the joy of love, we can hear Whitney Houston's famous song. But today we'll be focusing on the pain of love, and we'll be looking at various songs which show that. And we'll be looking at the different degrees of pain, but we'll also be looking at, and in my opinion, not enough attention is paid to this, which is how much the music fits in with the lyrics. So when we hear Amy Winehouse singing the Shirelles classic, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? Her jazziness does capture some of the sadness involved with the lyrics.
Will you still love me tomorrow?
But in the 60s, when the Supremes sang Where Did Our Love Go?, which is full of regrets, the driving Motown beat does not capture the pain which the lyrics have.
Baby, 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 don't leave me. Oh, please don't leave me all by myself.
And when Angelina Jordan in concert sings Unchained Melody, Angelina Jordan is very good in capturing the feeling of the lyrics when she sings. And with this version, especially, she sounds like she's about to cry. Unchained Melody was famously covered by the Righteous Brothers, and their most famous song, You've Lost That Loving Feeling, is also very much in the category of heartache. And the Phil Spector Wall of Sounds, which was captured in this song, really makes it sound like it's about heartbreak.
You lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. You've lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone.
And the last three songs are very directly about heartbreak. When Dionne Warwick sings Heartbreaker, what's striking for me about this song is it doesn't feel like it's a song about heartbreak. It's too much tra-la-la type of song. And if you heard the song and you didn't know English, you'd be hard-pressed to guess that it's a song about heartbreak.
Why do you have to be a heartbreaker? Is it a lesson that I never knew? Gotta get out of the spell that I'm under.
And in the 50s, when Elvis exploded onto the scene, one of his most famous songs is Heartbreak Hotel. Elvis is Elvis, so you can't really say whether the feeling matches the lyric, because his performance and his voice is so spectacular, it just carries the day and it sweeps you away.
Well, just take a walk down lonely street to Heartbreak Hotel. You'll be so lonely you could die.
And quite spectacularly for me, one of the songs about heartbreak, which really, really captures the haunting effect involved, is Jimmy Ruffin, What Becomes of the Broken-Hearted.
What becomes of the broken-hearted who had love that's now departed? I know I've got to find some kind of peace of mind, maybe.
Now we come back to our featured song today, Where Do Broken Hearts Go? And this is the original from Whitney Houston. What can we say about Whitney Houston? She is almost a genre in herself. She has a spectacular voice, and when she sings over and over again, she captures a certain type of majesty when she sings.
I know it's been some time, but there's something on my mind. You see, I haven't been the same since that cold November day. We said we needed space, but all we found was an empty place. And the only things I learned is that I need you desperately. So here I am, and can you please tell me, oh, where do broken hearts go? Can they find their way home? Back to the open arms of a love that's waiting there. And if somebody loves you, won't they always
Now we've come to Angelina Jordan. A couple things which are very striking about this. She is singing this song with hair curlers in. How wonderful is that? To me, that means that it is a completely spontaneous performance. I don't think I've ever seen any other singer singing with hair curlers. The nearest is Lady Gaga singing Telephone, but Lady Gaga does it for dramatic effect because she doesn't use hair curlers. She uses Coke can. And when Angelina Jordan is singing, you can see the bathtub behind her. So she's in the smallest room in the house, which to me tells me that this is a completely spontaneous performance. I can't imagine she planned an hour or 12 hours before, oh, let me sing a song in the bathroom. But she was in the bathroom and she just spontaneously decided to sing this song.
I know it's been some time, but there's something on my mind. You see, I haven't been the same since I called November day. We said we needed space, but all we found was an empty place. And the only thing I learned is that I need you desperately. So here I am, and can you please tell me, oh, where do broken hearts go? And can they find their way home? Back to the open arms of a love that's waiting there. And if somebody had you, the one that always loved you, I look in your eyes.
It must be so wonderful to have something like singing which grips your soul, which is almost like a calling for you, which is something you want to do every minute of the day, and it gives you such joy. And it's your career, and your talent is recognized worldwide. We will continue to recognize the world-class talent of Angelina Jordan in the future. Okay, gang, I'm out of here. I'll catch you later. Bye.